We born 7 days before the end. I make sense of it in front of my wife. Because soon the sun will break out. The Earth's temperature suddenly rose. 6 billion people died in a month. My family runs a large supermarket chain, so it was quite comfortable to get off at the end of the market. My wife and sister's family also came to join us because of this. Never thought. He turned out to be a true virgin. In a previous life, he took advantage of me while I was sleeping. They let in all the neighbors who came for help. As a result, those evil spirits ransacked my house, and he killed my family. But what I didn't expect was, after my death, I actually traveled to the world of Shangshir, became a chef. After painting captives for over 100 years, I just got a chance to be reborn. Therefore, I must not repeat the same mistakes in this life. I took out the Kyonkun tape to check. The snacks and prisoners inside are still there. With these things, am I not at home in the bedroom? And in the universe bag, everything will be sealed. Keep it in the state it was just put in, like a dish that's just been made. Put it in and take it out after a few years, still steaming hot, so you don't have to worry about food going bad. I took out a wet dress. Then he stuck it on his wife's forehead, made him lose this part of his memory. I don't want to leave a psychological shadow on my wife. Then I put his sister in the universe bag again. After handling all this, I began to prepare for the apocalypse. Bottled water in the supermarket. Enough for our family of 3 to drink for a few years. But take a shower and wash dishes. Washing clothes and so on requires a lot of water. The water cannot be directly captured into the universe belt. There must be a container for water. So I purchased hundreds of large water tanks from the manufacturer, then came to the uninhabited river. Stick an absorbent suit on the water tank. In this way, the water will be automatically poured into the tank. After filling up with water, I'll put on the water purifier, so you can use this water to bathe and wash dishes. The laundry, food, and water issues are solved. And then there's cooling. After the apocalypse, the whole earth becomes an oven. People are struggling to get by in air-conditioned rooms. There are at least hundreds of air conditioners in supermarket warehouses. That's not a big problem either. But electricity may not always be available after the apocalypse. I have 2 ways to solve this problem. The first way, installing solar panels on top of villas. The erupting sun will give solar panels. Provides a constant stream of power. The second way is to use snacks. Snacks are actually energy stones that seal energy. I can put the corresponding Fulu on the snacks. Make snacks at a constant rate to power other devices. Fireball like Fulu allows snacks to provide heat. And the frost. Snacks can directly provide a lot of air conditioning. The cooling problem is also solved. And then there's security. I have to reinforce the entire villa. With the strength of my current clothing, it's very simple. Build a temporary drive array around the villa, no matter how others attack. As long as the temporary energy is not exhausted, the support array cannot be destroyed. The temporary reserve amount of my Kyonkun agent, even if they keep attacking for decades, may not be breached. But I still didn't feel safe enough. So I'm going to transform the villa into a fortress. The foam brick walls are transformed into heavy alloy steel plates. Replace the window glass with extra thick bulletproof glass. Coupled with the support shock, it is foolproof, while re-reinforcing the decoration. I'm also going to add insulation to the walls of the villa. This will cool down in the future. You can save a lot of electricity during operation or snack consumption. I'm also going to drill a deep well in front of the villa. Groundwater is extracted to replenish water sources. After all this is done, there is only one last day left until the end of the world. Just then, I suddenly received a call from my ex-girlfriend Shaoli. When it comes to Shaoli, I want to slap myself a few times. I was young and ignorant, crazy infatuated with Jali's beauty. As a result, he was deceived in various ways. All the money and emotions were wasted on him. In the end, I realized that I was a spare tire. Shaoli, I caught a rich second generation who is richer than me, so he dumped me without hesitation. In my last life, Shaoli also called me today. He invited me to the hotel. Then he fought me for 300 rounds. I lent him 10 million for a while. He lied to me that it was for the company's cash flow. Pay me back in a few days. But I didn't know until the apocalypse broke out. There was a badge. Scientists have long known that the sun will explode, so they built a fortress ahead of time. To enter the fortress, you must pay 10 million. Shaoli learned of this through a relationship. He asked me to borrow 10 million to enter Fortress Doom. I didn't expect him to have to worry about doing it again. I went to my hotel room. Look at this beautiful woman in front of you. I feel like I'm looking at a piece of dog shit. I pretended to make out with her. Instead, he gave her a sleeping suit. Not getting enough sleep all day. He won't wake up no matter what. Wait until he wakes up. The entrance to Fortress Doom has long been closed. I have started to fantasize the scene of him slowly melting in the heat. Early the next morning, the wife plans to send her daughter Lingling to school. I quickly stopped my wife. I have asked Lingling for leave. We're not going out today, but our supermarket's 10th anniversary is about to start. There's still a lot to prepare. It's okay. I have arranged for Manager Ma to prepare. I just want to be with you today. Let's forget all the hustle and bustle outside. Enjoy a clean day. Husband, when did you become so romantic? You used to be a workaholic. Although the wife has some doubts, but still followed my advice. Lingling knows she doesn't have to go to kindergarten today. I also happily played with my mobile phone. 9:50 in the morning. I turned on all the air conditioners in the villa. All air conditioners have added heat-resistant modules and divided into several groups. There is a computer program for unified scheduling. A set of air conditioners will be changed every half hour for cooling. Avoid air conditioning due to high temperature. The problem of failure. Every minute I look at the time. At 9:57, the window suddenly became extremely bright white. Dazzling white light entered the room through the window. It made the room very bright for a while. I can't see the scenery outside the window from standing by the window. What's up? Husband, I don't know either. It seems that it is right not to go out today. Maybe something big is going to happen. Facing the inquiry of my wife, I pretended not to know. I'm going to keep the rebirth a secret for now. In the afternoon, Shaoli called. It seems he is awake. Sister Chen, what's the matter with you? Why didn't you wake me up? Excuse me? I see you are asleep. I'm sorry to bother you, so I'll go first. I suddenly fell asleep. Do you think it's normal? Aren't you worried about me? Why are you so irresponsible? Shaoli missed the event of entering the Fortress of Doom. I'm so angry that I'm about to collapse, but I'm too embarrassed to say things. Don't be angry. I'll apologize to you in person another day. Another day? Do you know what's happening now? I know! The sun broke out. The outdoor temperature has reached over 60 degrees. So you know, where are you right now? I'm at home. Air conditioning on. Room temperature 18 degrees. Very comfortable. What, isn't your air conditioner broken? The central air conditioning in the hotel is turned off. It's almost 40 degrees here, and the hotel doesn't serve food either. The receptionist said, the entire hotel will be closed at noon. Let us residents quickly find a place to live on our own. I have nowhere to go now. It just so happens that your home is close to the hotel. Come and pick me up in your car. I'm staying at your house temporarily. At night while your wife is asleep, we can still fight 300 rounds. Why not? I don't think so, because I have some kidney deficiency recently. I won't fight you for 300 rounds. Excuse me? My phone is dying. Let's do this first. After hanging up the phone, I threw in Eagle's Eye Talisman. The Hawkeye Talisman is equivalent to a surveillance drone. I'm going to take a good look at Jiali's plight. When the Eagle Eye Talisman flies to the door of the hotel, Zili actually walked out of the hotel. I got into a car. The sight turned into an eagle and parked on the roof of the car. I can clearly hear the conversation in the car. It turned out that the driver was Jiali's other spare tire. That spare tire actually lives in the same neighborhood as me. It's just that I live in a high-end villa area. The spare tire lives in a normal high-rise area, and the car is less than 100,000 yuan. It seems that his economic conditions are very average. The spare tire thought it was going to be cool. Unexpectedly, Shaoli didn't want to go home with him. Instead, let the spare tire send him to my house. Damn, this stinky woman is really haunting. The car soon arrived at the door of my villa. Zhao Peng, get out of the car and knock on the door. Remember to close the door immediately after getting out of the car. Your car is so broken. Air conditioning is not awesome. I really don't know how you've been around all these years. Not motivated at all. Alright, I'll get out and knock on the door. Zhao Peng looked at the enthusiasm outside the car. There is a huge field in my heart. But as Simp, you can't let Muse down with gritted teeth at this time. After a few deep breaths, Zhao Peng quickly opened the door and got out of the car, and quickly closed the door. Even so fast, Zili still feels a heat wave coming. Let people in an instant. Breathing became much harder. Zhao Peng kept knocking on the door after getting out of the car. After waiting for a few seconds, I found no movement, so I kicked a few more, but still not very motivated. Zhao Peng felt that he was about to suffer from heat stroke. He dared not stay outside any longer. He hurriedly returned to the car. So stupid, can't even knock on the door. Or should I call him? Sorry, the user you dialed is temporarily unavailable. Please dial again later. Hateful Sister Chen, why don't you answer my call? Xiaoli, we can't wait any longer. The car is so broken. I'm afraid he won't be able to withstand the high temperature explosion. There is no way. Then go to your house first. Cook me a table. I'm starving. Then make a separate air-conditioned room for me. Okay. No problem, Sister Chen. You wait for me. I'll be back.